Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to write a new sentence that tells why and where. Our simple sentence will just be, Dad swam. Very boring, Dad swam. We're going to make it a super sentence by telling why Dad swam and where Dad swam. Our who is Dad, and the action is swam. If we wrote Dad swam, that would be a sentence. But we're going to make it a super sentence. Let's start with the where. Where did Dad swim? Where? We could say, Dad swam across the river. Dad swam in Lake Wenatchee. Dad swam in the Leavenworth Pool. Dad swam in Grandpa's pond. Now, maybe Grandpa doesn't have a pond, but we could pretend he does. Some grandpas have ponds. Dad swam in the ocean. Dad swam in the deepest water. Dad swam in the muddy lake. Yuck. Dad swam in the icicle river. Boy, that'd be cold. Those are some places where Dad could swim. Where? Now, our sentence is going to have a where, and it's also going to have a why. Why Dad swam. Why? Because he wanted some exercise, Dad swam. Because he was training for the Olympics, Dad swam. You know, there are Olympic swimmers, and you have to swim a lot if you're training for the Olympics. Because he wanted to cool off, Dad swam. Because he was trying to escape from a bear, Dad swam. If he was in the forest and a bear was chasing after him, Dad might swim into the river to escape the bear. Because he wanted to catch a salmon, Dad swam. Because he didn't have a boat, Dad swam. If you wanted to get to the other side of the river and you didn't have a boat, you could swim across. Of course, you'd have to be a very good swimmer. Now, let's go ahead and do this order today. Watch. First, we're going to put why. Second, we will write Dad swam. Third, we will tell where. So for example, we might write 1, because he wanted some exercise. 2, Dad swam across the river. We could do this one. Because he wanted to cool off, Dad swam in Lake Wenatchee. We always follow this order. 1, first we'll tell why, then we'll write Dad swam, and then we'll tell where. Let's do another one. Number 1, why? Because he didn't have a boat, Dad swam across the river. Now, let's go ahead and write our super sentence. It's always difficult to choose which phrase we're going to pick. We need to choose first a why, because that's got a 1 by it, so we're going to do it first. Because he was trying to escape from a bear, that's a pretty exciting one. Because he wanted to catch a salmon, I don't really like that one because very few dads would try to catch a salmon. They just swim away. I'm going to go with because he didn't have a boat. But when you're writing your sentence, you can start with any of these that tell why. I'm going with this one. Because he didn't have a boat. You can copy mine or do your own. Start our sentence with a capital B. Because. Remember, we're starting with our why, so our sentence will start with because. Because, please stop the video if I'm going too fast. 2 fingers space, he, H touches the top line, didn't. Space, didn't is a contraction that means did not. Because he did not, because he didn't. They mean the same. Didn't. N, then an apostrophe, and T. Because he didn't have space, remember have looks like have, has an E at the end, but it doesn't really make the A say A. It's not ave, just looks like have. Because he didn't have space, and I need to drop down, boat. You have 2 vowels together, O and A. When 2 vowels are together, the first one says its name, B-O-T. The A is silent. Because he didn't have a boat, comma. Now we are done with our why. We're done with this. So we go to the second part, which is Dad swam. Because he didn't have a boat, Dad swam. D. D starts out as a magic C. Space. Sw. SW are the consonants. A is the vowel. M is the last consonant. Dad swam. So we've done 1. We've done the second part, Dad swam. Now we need to do our where. Where did he swim? Now we could say he swam across the river, he swam in Lake Wenatchee. Because he didn't have a boat, Dad swam. I think I'm going to stick with across the river. Now this should not be a capital because across is not the beginning of the sentence. That should be a lowercase a. Might say, Mr. Phelps, it sounds like a U. U up, Yes, the A does make the sound. Across. K. C-R. S. We're telling where. Across the river. If is a V. At the end, ER. River. A sentence must end with a period or a question mark if it's asking a question. We have all 3 parts. We have our why, because he didn't have a boat. We have the main part, Dad swam, and we have where, across the river. When you're finished with your super sentence, take a picture of it and send it to your teacher.